everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, it's time to crown the champion of the NFC. And to call the action, we send it to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we thank you. Well, the Windy City has been brought to its knees by this recent snowstorm, but we are still playing football at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This is TJ Logan to return it. Carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Second down following the run. The slot man in motion right. Again, it's Howard. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This will be taken in at the 1. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go again with Powell. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. From the 50, Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go!
They go counter with Howard. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Give to Howard. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Back to throw. He's got the completion to Strong. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Here we go!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On play action, they'll throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Here we go! Flex round!
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he locates Luke Wilson. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This is the running back, Powell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Powell. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 3-yard line.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned him on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop him from the 1 back to the 2. They'll try the air now with Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Running with Howard. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go. 1, 9.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Hundley. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Here we go. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Come on, let's go.
They run with Howard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. throwing, Hundley. And he rifles one incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. In motion left is Jeffrey. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Vikings on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down to... Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they
under pressure? They got him again. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's Powell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. 31 yards there and a first down.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense.
Now Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They run with Powell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bilal Powell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
18 yards there and a first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now back to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Vance Joseph making his mark. His guys will go on 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. fake here on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Second down, here's an option right. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. They'll set up to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. He got 29 yards that time. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you, and maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They begin with a carry for Powell. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down following the run.
Hey, tag 32, tag 32.
A give to Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bilal Powell, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They go play action here on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Come on, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ohio! Check safety! 36!
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. 2nd and 5.
Come on, let's go! Here we go! Ohio! Flex round!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Now Howard. And fights through one man, and he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Come on, let's go! 38, let's round!
switch, they go right back to Howard. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. He's got him in, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And now out comes Minnesota. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
See if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Dumps off to Powell. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Fresh set of downs here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And not the prettiest kick he'll ever have, as this one just does manage to stay inside the right upright and creep over the crossbar. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And an overtime playoff game, but the rules, they stay the same as they did in the regular season.
That's exactly right. Whoever scores first, unless it's a touchdown, the other team has a chance to match. That's how it really gets played out. But remember this, no matter how far we go in overtime, in the regular season, there was only one period. Here, we're going to go until we have a winner.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out comes Minnesota. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. No gain on the play there. Second down. First throw in overtime for Stanford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 33. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
On a handoff, this is Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. From Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny, but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure.
Come on, let's go. What?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he fires one, but incomplete. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.